Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Good Food Smokes Vibes. On this special episode, we're going to start a new section called Cooking with Friends. And I'm going to be cooking with this guy right here.
What's happening, brother?
How are you?
Hi, my name is Malik Moody. Today we're going to be cooking a chicken cutlet with a Brandy cream sauce, mashed potatoes, and an asparagus medley.
There you have it. Let's get cooking.
Alright, we're going to start by cleaning the chicken. You know, there's a debate on whether chicken should be cleaned or washed or not. Always wash your meat. There's a lot of bacteria in the processing of it that stays on there. You know, they say the heat kills it, but it can never be too safe. Washing it, I use kosher salt, sprinkle it on there, and a lime. Get the juices on there. And basically that salt acts as a scrub. Kind of like Ajax the Comet, if you will. Put on some cold water. You know, you can get all the bacteria off, the slime. I know sometimes you go shopping, you get chicken, you pull it out the package and it's full of slime. This helps get rid of it.
You can also use vinegar if you
Right.
don't have any lime or salt.
Absolutely. So it's important after you do that, because the bacteria, the salmonella, all that stuff they clean. You know what? That's why they make bleach. Clean your sink when you finish. The next step I like to do is try to trim off any type of fat or the big vein that's normally inside the chicken. I don't know about you, but I don't like chewing on that. So, and also with a breast, especially this size, see how thick it is? I don't like a really thick breast because I find it's difficult to cook all the way through. So what I like to do, instead of pounding it out to make it real flat, I just go ahead and slice it. A breast this size, I can probably make 3 pieces out of it. Alright, right now I'm about to season the chicken. So I like to get a bowl, put it all in, and then I always grab a little oil. Olive oil, vegetable oil, grapeseed oil, whatever you like. That kind of helps the seasoning adhere to the meats. So you can season with whatever you're used to seasoning with. Me, I like black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and a seasoning salt, like Lowry's or adobo, whatever you're comfortable with, use that. And then put my glove back on so I can mix. Make sure that seasoning gets all over the chicken. It's nice, it works out for you in the end. That's pretty good there. Move on to this egg wash. So basically, this amount of chicken, 1 egg, possibly 2 is all you need. Just whisk it up. Next, I'd like to put chicken through the egg wash and dredge it. I like using Panko breadcrumbs, seasoned Panko. It gives you a crispier texture. You know, if you're frying the chicken, that's kind of what you want. So I just put it in that egg wash, sit it there. I can actually do a couple pieces at once. All right, so now that our chicken is seasoned and breaded, the oil is hot. I'm gonna drop it in the oil and let that cook till it's golden brown. Okay, as you can tell, they're ready to turn over. Because I don't have these cutlets completely submerged in oil. It's almost like a skillet fry. But if they were submerged, they can probably be done in 5 to 7 minutes because I cut them so thin. The thicker they are, the longer they cook. But skillet fry, figure you need about 5 minutes on each side. So it's been about 5 minutes each side. I'm about to take these out now. Let it drain a little bit. And have a towel laid out to catch the excess grease. Okay, for the side dishes, the mashed potatoes I peeled and cubed. You put them in water so they don't brown, cold water. The asparagus I cut into like 1-inch pieces. I also chopped mushroom and I actually diced mushroom and red onion. So this is going to be asparagus medley. These are going to be for your mashed potatoes. We're about to start the asparagus medley. I'm going to start off with about a tablespoon of butter. Let that melt. We're going to basically sweat down the onion and the mushroom before we add the asparagus. Some people do oil. I like butter. Butter is a lot of flavor. But your preference, however you want to do it.
When you said the term sweat, what exactly do you mean by sweat?
You basically, the heat draws the water out of the vegetable. The onion, the mushroom, basically being sweating down. So I'm going to add the onion and mushroom. I actually added it's an entire small red onion, and this is about a cup of chopped mushroom. It's all about, you gotta season your food, man. Veggies, all. I like pepper, and I use a Goya vegetable seasoning, which kind of takes the guesswork out of it. But again, you can use whatever seasoning you like. It's your preference. Now that the cutlets have been done, I want to start on this Brandy cream sauce. And the cream sauce, I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of butter. And also, when you're doing it, you're basically making a roux, which is like a French word for sauce, I guess. But in a roux, it's equal part butter and flour. So if I use 2 tablespoons of butter, I need to use 2 tablespoons of flour. Me personally, I use a little less flour because the more flour you use, the thicker your sauce will be. And I don't want it to be a really, really paste-like sauce. I want it to be just shy of a gravy. It's a sauce. That's about all the flour I'm gonna use.
Just regular white flour.
Regular white flour. And then I like to use half and half. You can use heavy cream, you can use milk. This is probably like a half a cup. The more sauce you make, obviously the more ingredient you use, which is fine. So, in this ingredient, this sauce, I like to season, so I use black pepper. And this Better Than Bouillon is an amazing product. I don't have to think too much about seasoning. I'm using about a tablespoon of it. That'll add all the savory flavor I need. And you basically just cook it down. So if you find that it might be a little thin, just leave it on the heat a little longer, and it'll start to thicken. You actually want to taste a little just to make sure it's seasoned good, which it is. And then you add in your brandy. The brandy is basically for flavor. You can use whatever brandy you like. Whether you want to go top shelf, bottom shelf, doesn't matter. The alcohol is going to cook off. And then for this size, you probably only need about a tablespoon. You don't need a lot. Because again, you're just giving it that flavor. So whisk. The heat will help it thicken up as well as the flour. Again, I like to taste to make sure it's exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. And that's your Brandy cream sauce. Gonna take one of the cutlets here. Some of the mashed potatoes. And, you know, if you're presenting this as a meal to someone, just try to make it look neat, you know? If you spill sauce on the slide, get a tissue, wipe it up, it's fine.
Looks pretty good, man.
Yeah, man. Until you try it. Now, I like to put some of the sauce on my potatoes. Would you like some of yours?
Yeah.